Hello everyone, welcome again in our online session. In this session we are going to study about stereochemistry and isomerism. In this session we'll study different types of classifications of stereoisomers as well as different types of isomerisms, and even we'll study their methods of nomenclature, right, how to name these different types of stereoisomers. We'll study in this our online session, right, in this part 1. So we'll see first of all what is isomerism, right. As we have studied in previous standards that isomers, we know what is isomerism, in which the one or two or more than compounds have similar molecular formula, they have same molecular formula, as well as sometimes they might also have same structural formula, but they have different three-dimensional spatial arrangements of either groups or atoms. That is known as stereoisomerism, right. The isomerism in which two or more than two compounds have same molecular formula, as well as they also have same structural formula, both are similar, but the arrangement of these groups or atoms in three-dimensional space is different, so they are named as stereoisomers of each other, right. And even due to different spatial arrangement of these groups or atoms, the stereoisomers have different types of configurations, as well as they also have different types of isomerisms, right. What is stereochemistry? Same way as we have seen the stereoisomerism, that detailed study of stereoisomers, that part of science is known as stereochemistry. As we have seen that isomers are the compounds with having similar molecular formula, and they can be classified into two major types. One are known as constitutional isomers or structural isomers, which have different IUPAC names, as well as they have same or different functional groups. They either might be similar or different functional groups. They also have different physical properties, even they also have different chemical properties. They are particularly classified into structural or constitutional isomers. Even they also have subtypes. We'll see that. Same way second are stereoisomers. Now what is the difference here? The stereoisomer differ only in the position of the atoms or functional groups which are oriented in three-dimensional space. Means how the groups or atoms are arranged in three-dimensional space is only different. Rest of the things in the two compounds are similar. Even they have identical IUPAC names. Even prefix like cis or trans might be sometimes similar. They always have same functional group most of the time. If it is alcohol, then the another compound or another stereoisomer will be having same alcohol group. But while here in constitutional or structural, they might have different functional groups, they also might have different physical properties and even different chemical properties. But here in stereoisomer they are nearly similar to each other, just there is difference in the arrangement of groups or atoms, right. And even a particular three-dimensional arrangement is also named as configuration. The 3D arrangement or the appropriate three-dimensional arrangement is known as configuration. So stereoisomers differs in the types of configurations, right. They are differing in configurations. Next is classification as well as types of stereoisomers and isomerisms. Here it is shown, you can see the classification in a flow chart. The stereoisomerism can be classified majorly into two types. One is configurational isomer, second is conformational isomer. And even configurational is classified into two types. One is optical isomerism and geometrical isomerism. Same way here also you can see isomers can be either constitutional or they can be stereo. And in the stereoisomers there are two types. One are enantiomers, means they are mirror image of each other, the structures which are resembling to each other, which are mirror image. And second are diastereomers, means which are non-mirror image of each other. And even this diastereomers can be classified into further two types. One is configurational diastereomers and second are cis-trans, that is geometrical isomers. Again, in this type of classification you can see that stereoisomers, one can be constitutional, means they are structural isomers. You can see one example is given here. Here it is 2-fluoropropane and here it is 1-fluoropropane. So they are structural isomer. Actually it is positional isomerism, you can see here. So all these positional, skeletal, chain isomers, functional group isomers, right, they belong to this structural isomerism. And second are stereoisomers, or also you can say they are spatial isomers, can be classified to two types. One are diastereomer and second are enantiomer. You can see enantiomers are mirror image of each other, right? You can see this molecule and this one, they both are identical with each other. And even diastereomer is classified into cis-trans isomer. We'll see that what is cis and trans isomer. Even second type is conformers. They are also known as rotamers. You can see this is Newman's projection. They are named as conformers and rotamers. Similarly, there is another detailed classification that compounds with same molecular formula can be classified into different ways. One is having same connectivity. They are known as stereoisomers, means the groups are bonded on the similar carbons. They are stereoisomer, right? Stereoisomers are again subclassified into which are not having chiral carbons, which are not having asymmetric carbons. We'll see what is chiral carbon, what is asymmetric carbon in detail. In that there are types having cis-trans isomer as well as EZ isomer. Ultimately they are known as diastereomers, right? And similarly with having chiral carbons or chiral center, they are classified into further types. One chiral center, they are known as enantiomer, means it is having only one asymmetric carbon, the carbon having all the four functional groups which are different. It is known as chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon. So means such type of carbon is only one single, they are known as enantiomers. And if there is more than one chiral center, they can be classified into either meso compounds. Meso compounds are achiral, right? If there are chiral, more than one or two chiral carbons, they are classified into mirror images, they are enantiomers. And non-mirror images, they are known as diastereomer. So this is total classification of stereoisomers you can see here. And second part is having different connectivity, right? The connections or groups or atoms are linked in different manner, then they are known as constitutional isomers, or you can also say constitutional are structural isomers. And third is which are rotating around the carbon-carbon sigma bonds or single bonds, they are known as conformational isomers, or you can say rotamers. rotating isomers, sometimes they are known as atropy isomers. That is one of the third type of isomerism, right? Here it is stereoisomerism, second is constitutional isomerism, and third is rotational isomerism. Next classification is shown here slightly in detail about stereoisomerism. Means the molecules with same molecular formula but different spatial, means you can see the molecules which are having same molecular formula but different spatial arrangements, they are known as stereoisomers. Which are having same molecular formula, same structural formula, as well as same connectivity. The bonded atoms or groups are on the similar type of carbon, as well as there is only minor change, which is different spatial arrangement or different geometrical arrangement of groups of atoms. They are known as stereoisomers. So further you can classify it into two types. One is geometrical isomerism and second is optical isomerism. Here it is showing that they have same connectivity but different spatial arrangement. It says that the attachment of all the groups are similar but the arrangement in three-dimensional space is different. They are known as stereoisomer. So they are having two types. One is geometric isomerism, second is optical. Now what is in geometric? Geometric have same chemical property, similar functional groups, even slightly the different physical nature or property, like melting point, boiling points are slightly different, density is different, solubility is different, melting point, boiling point is different. That is, physical properties are slightly different but they have same functional group as well as similar chemical properties. They are identical but the change it is in physical property as well as arrangement of this functional group in three-dimensional space. So geometric are classified into two types. One is cis isomer and second is trans isomer. Now what is this cis and trans? We'll see in detail. Cis, that is having the groups on same side, they are known as cis isomers around the carbon-carbon double bond, and if the groups are on opposite direction, on opposite sides around this carbon-carbon double bond, they are known as trans isomer, right? So cis and trans, they belong to geometrical isomer. And even you can see here the optical isomerism. What is this optical? It means they have similar chemical property, they also have similar functional group just like this geometrical isomer, even slightly similar physical property like density, solubility, melting point, boiling point. Again they are similar, they are not different. While we have seen that in geometrical isomerism they have different physical properties, while in this optical isomerism they have similar physical properties, right? They are classified into two types: enantiomer with mirror image of each other and enantiomer along with mirror image. Like you can see here, two examples are given. One amino acid structure is mentioned here and this is another amino acid, and in center there is a mirror. So both these compounds have similar functional group. You can see carboxylic acid, here also there is carboxylic acid, R group, here also there is R group, amine NH2 group, there is NH2 group, central carbon atom, here there is central carbon atom and 1 hydrogen atoms. So both are mirror image of each other, just like our left hand and right hand. They are known as enantiomers. Even the example is given here. You can see this is central carbon atom which is having methyl group, ethyl, propyl and hydrogen. Same way here also methyl, ethyl, propyl and hydrogen. So this center carbon is known as chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon, means the central carbon is having all the 4 functional groups which are totally different, so it is known as chiral carbon. Here also you can see in this amino acid the central carbon has 4 different functional groups, so that also you can say it is chiral or asymmetric or stereocenter carbon, right? So they both compounds, they are known as enantiomers of each other, they are mirror image of each other. And one more example is shown here, D-glyceraldehyde and L-glyceraldehyde. It is D and L type of isomerism shown here. Even they are also mirror image of each other. You can see one CH2OH group present here, one hydrogen atom, one aldehyde group, CHO, CHO and hydroxyl group OH. So both are mirror image of each other. Again they can be called as enantiomers, right? Here this is just a classification of these isomers. We'll study all this type of isomerism in detail. We'll also see individually in all the topics like what are optical isomers, what are subtypes of optical isomers, what are geometrical isomers, what are enantiomers, what is asymmetric carbon, what is stereocenter. So all these topics we'll see individually. Here just we have mentioned the general classification of stereoisomers, right? So first we'll see what are structural isomers or what are constitutional isomers or what is structural isomerism. See, in this structural isomers the molecules have same molecular formula, means the general molecular formula is same, like you can say C4H10, it is one common formula, but they have different types of structures or arrangement. The structure is different as well as the arrangement is different. They are known as structural isomers or constitutional isomers. Say for example the C4H10 can be either in two cases, one is normal butane or even it can be isobutane. So here in normal and iso there is difference in the arrangement of carbon atoms as well as there is difference in arrangement of functional groups. So you can say these both are constitutional isomers or structural isomers of each other. It is shown here that butane and isobutane both have same number of carbon atoms as well as even same number of hydrogen atoms. So their molecular formula will be identical, it would be same, right? But they have different structural formula as well as the groups of atoms are arranged in a different manner. So they are structural isomers of each other, right? This butane and isobutane are structural isomers of each other. You can see here it is mentioned. This is normal butane, N-butane, right? This is isobutane. Here there is a linear carbon chain, all carbons are bonded together, while in isobutane there is branching. You can also say it is 2-methyl propane, on second carbon there is branching, so it is isomer with each other, it is structural isomer. Here also it is shown that constitutional isomers are which have same molecular formula but different in the way the atoms are connected to it. Again the same example, the butane, N-butane, and here it is 2-methyl propane and both have common formula C4H10. Similarly you can see another type of constitutional isomer like ethanol and dimethyl ether. They both are having same number of carbon. You can see 2 carbons, here also 2 carbons, here total 6 hydrogens, here also 6 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So both are having same formula but the functional group is different, so they are constitutional isomer or you can say functional isomer of each other. Same way normal pentane and isopentane, It is just similar to butane and isobutane. There is branching of methyl group over here. So both are constitutional isomers. Same way 1-chlorobutane and 2-chlorobutane both have similar number of carbon, hydrogen and chlorine. But what is the change? That is difference in the position of chlorine atom, you can see. So they are positional isomers of each other. Similarly, acetone and propionaldehyde or acetone and propanol both are having same number of carbons and oxygen. You can see here acetone has 3 carbons. Same way this propionaldehyde is also having 3 carbons. Acetone having total 6 hydrogen. Same way here 6 hydrogen and 1 oxygen in both. So both are considered as constitutional isomer or functional group isomers of each other, right? In that the subtype is chain isomerism. Just right now we have seen about that butane and isobutane. So both are considered as chain isomer because you can see there is linear carbon chain present in normal butane, while in N-butane there is branching to methyl propane, or you can say isobutane. So they are considered as chain isomers of each other. In one of them the carbon line straight chain, while you can see in another there is branching, so it is considered as chain isomerism, right? Similarly, another subtype is positional isomerism. You can see here 1 bromopropane and 2 bromopropane. The bromine is on first carbon while the bromine is on second carbon. So there is difference in the position of functional group. So they are classified as positional isomers, right? Similarly, third subtype is functional isomerism. In this they have same molecular formula but they have different functional group. Likewise, one example is given that propanol and propanone both are having same formula C3H6O, right? 3 carbon, 6 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So in propanol as well as in propanone both are having similar molecular formula, but the functional groups are different. Here there is aldehyde group while here there is ketone group. So they are classified as functional group isomers, right? Here also it is shown that dimethyl ether and ethanol, you can see the general formula is same, C2H6O, while here there is ether functional group, but here there is alcohol, all alcohol functional group. So they are functional isomers. And second type is positional isomer. There is difference in the position of the functional group. You can see OH and NH2, they are present in ortho position 1-2, while here it is 1-3, that is meta position, and here it is 1-4, that is para position. So ortho, meta and para, they are considered as positional isomers of each other, right? So they also belong to this structural or constitutional isomerism. These all are the subtypes of constitutional or structural isomerism, right? Next is Neumann's projection. Actually, this Neumann's projection is two-dimensional representation of alkane. Mostly in alkanes where there is carbon-carbon sigma bond which can be rotated around the axis, they are considered in Neumann's projection. It is a two-dimensional representation. You can see here it is shown an example of ethane. Ethane, there are 2 carbons and total 6 hydrogen. So this is front carbon with 3 hydrogens. You can see this first hydrogen, second and third, while another CH3 group is also having 3 hydrogens, 1, 2 and 3, and the carbon is hidden behind this carbon atom, right? So this type of projection is known as Newman's projection. It is a 2-dimensional representation. You can see what are different types of conformations, or what are conformational isomers. Also sometimes they are known as rotamers. Here there is one example taken of ethane. You can see here Newman's projection is shown here of ethane. Now suppose you are rotating these 3 hydrogens towards clockwise 60-degree right hand side. So this hydrogen will be over here, and you can see this second hydrogen goes down over here, and this third hydrogen is going up over here. So now what is happening? There is a rotation of this bond. You can see in this Sohor's projection, this Sohor's is 3D projection. You can see both the carbons over here, carbon-carbon sigma bond. There is a sigma bond between these 2 carbons, right? So actually the bond is rotated around the axis. These 3 hydrogens are rotated towards clockwise or right hand side towards 60-degree, and now both hydrogens are parallel to each other. So this form is known as staggered form, in which hydrogens are away from each other or opposite to each other. It is known as staggered conformation or staggered isomer. While here you can see the hydrogens are hidden behind each other. This hydrogen is hidden behind this hydrogen. You can see all are hidden behind each other, so they are known as eclipsed conformation. Eclipse means the hydrogen atoms are hidden behind each other, that is eclipsed isomer, right? So one is staggered conformation and another is eclipsed conformation. So there are 2 types of important isomers. Even here it is shown in perspective formula, the rotation of hydrogen atoms, or actually there is rotation of this carbon-carbon sigma bond around the axis. You can see the molecule rotates about the carbon-carbon sigma bond, and there are 2 extreme isomers. One is staggered and another is eclipsed. There are 2 extreme isomers in all this different type of projection. You can see they are known as conformations, right? Or also sometimes they are known as rotamers, rotational isomers. So these are some of the important types of isomerism. In next session we'll study some more important types of isomerisms in detail, right? So till now, thank you all of you for joining this session. Thank you. Have a nice day.